Welcome to the Food Flamingo. In today's video, we're going to be making this delicious and fruity peaches and cream cake. This cake is perfect for the summertime when peaches are in season, and it is so delicious, light and fluffy, and very easy to make. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make the vanilla sponge cake. For that, in a medium-sized bowl, we're going to whip together the egg whites with a quarter cup of the sugar and some salt. We're going to whip this until stiff peaks form. You can do this with a hand, stand mixer, or a whisk. If you're using your whisk, it's going to take you a little bit longer than if you would use a hand mixer. This is what the stiff peaks should look like. It should stay up without falling down. Once that's done, we're going to set that aside, and in a separate bowl, we're going to combine together the egg yolks, the remaining sugar, and we're going to whip everything up until it's nice and pale. This will take about 2 minutes. Once it looks like this, we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients. I'm adding here some vanilla extract, vegetable oil, and some water. We're going to give everything a mix until it's fully incorporated. This is my go-to sponge cake recipe. It is absolutely foolproof. Once everything is combined, we're going to sift in the dry ingredients. I'm adding here all-purpose flour and baking powder. Sift that in, and now we're going to mix everything until it's fully combined. The full recipe will be available in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. Now we're going to add in 1/3 of the whipped meringue that we made earlier into the egg yolk mixture. Fold everything together until it's fully incorporated. Now we're going to add this mixture into the remaining whipped egg whites and carefully fold everything together until it is fully incorporated. Make sure you use a spatula to do this step because we don't want to lose any of the air that we have whipped into the egg whites, or the cake will deflate. I have here a 6-inch round cake pan that I greased and lined with parchment paper. We're going to pour in the batter and bake this for about 40 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit. Make sure to give it a little tap on the counter before you bake it. Once baked, let the cake cool down completely. Now let's make the peach filling. For that, I'm chopping up 3 large peaches into little cubes like this. You can also peel them if you'd like. Once that's done, we're going to add that into a small pot or saucepan. And now into this, I'm adding some brown sugar, some granulated sugar, and lemon zest. We're going to mix everything together and cook this on medium-high for about 5 minutes until the sugar is fully dissolved. The peaches are going to produce a lot of juice, so now we're going to take that off the heat and strain it and use the syrup to soak our cakes. Make sure you let both of these cool down completely. Now it's time to make the whipped cream frosting. I'm using cream chantilly, which is a powdered form of whipped cream. If you'd like to make your own whipped cream using heavy cream, the recipe is available in the description box below. I'm going to transfer all of the whipped cream into a large piping bag, which will make it much easier to frost onto the cake. The sponge cake is fully cooled, and now we are going to cut out 3 layers. Using a serrated knife, cut all around the cake where you want the layer to be, and then use a thread to go all the way through into the cake. And then you get an equal and perfect cake layer. We're going to do this again to make 1 more layer. Remember, make a slit all around the sides and then use a thread to pull through. Once our cake layers are ready, we're going to get rid of the crumbs and start assembling. I'm starting with the first layer, and we're going to brush on some of the peach syrup that we had earlier. Be generous here because this stuff is going to make the cake taste so delicious. Now I'm going to add on the whipped cream like so, creating some sort of a dam which is going to hold in the peaches. Although this is not as effective as using buttercream dam, it will still hold the peaches in for this cake. Now I'm going to use an offset spatula and spread everything out. In this step, you can add as much cream as you like. If you're not going to cover the cake in the end with the whipped cream, then you can add way more than I'm doing here. Once everything is nice and spread out, it's time to add in the peach filling. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of the peach filling. Make sure not to add too much or it could start falling out of your cake. I'm going to spread that out and we're going to add some more whipped cream on top. Spread that out as well, and now we're going to add on the next layer and repeat the exact same process. While I do that, I just wanted to let you know that the full recipe is available in the description box below with a link to my website as well, where you can find many more delicious recipes just like this one. After I add the top layer, what we're going to do is clean up the sides using an offset spatula. Now I'm adding some more of the peach syrup on top as well. I'm adding the remaining cream onto the top and sides of the cake. Once you're happy with the results, go ahead and clean up the cake board using a paper towel. Now you can decorate the cake however you like. I'm adding some fresh peaches on top and I added a few sprinkles and that's it. This peaches and cream cake is delicious and such a perfect and fresh treat for summer. Plus, you can also make this cake when peaches are not in season by using canned peaches. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the Food Flamingo for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one, and like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below to support this channel. Thanks for watching!